We're about to lose one. Get the intruder.
Copy. We're almost there.
Security breach.
Attacking the area.
Security breach.
Shit, I've got movement. Where? Everywhere. Contact!
Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back. Hertz here with some more SvM, bringing back the Spies versus Mercs. I know that it's been, well, there was a short gap where I hadn't released any content. I know that you guys that watch it, I'm sure you at least took notice that there was some campaign gameplay coming out. I did want to wrap that series. I started it way back when the game first launched, and there was a big long pause in between. So I wrapped that, got it all wrapped up, got the finale out probably a couple days ago at this point, when this finally releases. And now we're going to get back into a little Spies versus Mercs. Now you can see we're on the virus vault. You can also see that I'm rolling that adrenaline junkie, brought out the adrenaline junkie Merc. You know, he had the adrenaline jacked into his veins there, as I made a quick run for C. I mean, when you spawn here, you're either running for A right off the bat, or you're running for C. And it all depends how kind-hearted you want to be when you get here. You know, I could have initially come right out here and looked to do battle immediately. I could have put up a little bit more of a frontal assault, a little bit more of a wider perimeter around the room. But I have a little standoff here with who turns out to be, I think it's Gournier. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong. But that's how I'm going to call what I'm going to call him. Gournier. That's what I'm going to call him. Like Gagne, but not. Gournier, yes. And he turns out to be, you know, after a few rounds with him, he was really proven to be probably the best player on the other team. You know, he was really giving me a hard time. And you can see they've now initiated a hack here on A, and he will actually give me a hard time this round as well. So keep an eye out for that. But they've initiated a hack on A. I get a little kind of a, well, not really a sneaky mine perimeter. I get a couple down on the desks though, just to guard C, just to make somebody burn off an EMP grenade or use their overcharged suit. A little prematurely, perhaps. You know, you can hear it. There is a guy running a drone out there as well, so that's good. You know, when you drop those mines, it forces guys to use that suit. It allows the droner to get that drone in there, your teammate to get the drone in there in between charges, right? So anyway, I've come right up top here. I'm checking the more likely locations. You know, I did a quick run of the perimeter up there on the helipad, and I'm checking some likely locations down here. It's just barely catch that motion, you know, with the RFD vision. Picking up his vision mode, you know, and that was really lucky. It was a nice clean shot on the head. Otherwise, I may not have been able to put down Sam Neo there, you know. And I'm still hunting 70%. I do see a little bit of motion on the corner, and there we go. Put him down, and we stall out the hack. Now I'm thinking that was probably the hacker. I could be wrong, of course, because a few different guys did pull in kills simultaneously, but I think I did put them down there. Anyway, let's do a full rundown on this suit. Adrenaline suit. We are pulling out, you can see in my hands right now, the ARX 160. I did get a recommendation from Doug, from Gun Nut, you know, to get this into a kit. And you know what? It was almost by coincidence. I had noticed after reading that comment, I went in to set up a kit with the RX 160, and I had already done it. I had completely forgotten. It was just a matter. I was just trying to mix things up a little bit for the channel's sake, for the footage. You know, trying swapping out weapons, swapping in some new guns, and it just so happened I was on to the ARX 160, so it's in there. I did set it up as you wanted me to, though, Doug's, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it for the most part. It has a good feel to it, you know. The RFD vision, really a staple of my my adrenaline suit Merc. Probably my favorite vision mode. I do like the motion tracking, but I really like seeing when guys have their vision mode activated. Of course, you know, if they're wearing that proper what is it, the Ghost headset, the Infiltrator headset, then I'm not going to be aware of that, you know. So there is obviously a counter to it, but you know, I love spotting them. I love spotting, getting those boxes up around guys. Now this was really played poorly by me. I was a little too cautious to make the run, as I am in this room. I don't like the rafters. I mean, if I step a little bit too closely, he comes over the top on me and gets the death from above, right? But it just so happened, and I did actually see, and there's Gournier. He had circled way wide around the perimeter of the room and came in behind on that C objective, while his teammate had me tied up, had put the sweet fear in me, you know. And finally, Gournier just like, all right, we've had enough of this, Merc. We've got the goddamn hack initiated. Let's put his ass down. So Gournier coming in, slicing and dicing, slitting my throat, and puts me down. Now right here, I'm making a charge. I get the adrenaline in early before I enter the room, and I do a quick, what I thought was a good, decent check of that, and unfortunately it wasn't good enough, as Gornier, who is the hacker, puts me down for a second time. And you can see, this is what I'm talking about. Did I mention it? You know, I think he's probably the best player. He was giving me some headaches, and you can see it right there. He's giving me headaches right now, putting me down 2 times in a row. He will be responsible for the only deaths I get in this game. He's the only guy that could put me down. And that's not the last of it. He's going to do a little bit more damage before it's all said and done. Anyway, one of my teammates did manage to break down the perimeter, or get through their defensive lines, and found the hacker, found Gornier, and sent him to the next life. Now I come charging out here a little bit angry. You're going to see it a couple times as the merc. I do get a little just irked at some point, and really run a tight perimeter around their spawn, you know. I mean, it happens. It happens. I don't go right in there, but I did push, keep a good, strong perimeter on their spawn a couple of times in this game, you know. What can you do? Anyway, let's finish running down the kit as I go hunting for this this spy here, this hacker. Armored helm and armored gloves, so a little extra armor in here. Extra gadget pants that you haven't really seen me. You know, I haven't done much gadget work. I think I got a couple of mines down. And there it is, Gornier, getting me one more time, making me look foolish, tracking me the entire, probably my entire little trip there. He was tracking me from the upper level of the helipad. He obviously has the RFD disruption on his headset, you know, as he was clearly looking through the floor and was simply tracking my motion. Gets me with a death from above. Anyway, the extra gadget pants, I'm wearing them, carrying both the frags and the proximity mines, as I do with this loadout. And here we go. Here's my, I get it right up, kind of up in their faces, right up in their spawn here for a second, and then I just pull out. You know, the couple kills I got there brought a little peace to my heart, you know, my inner self. And I'm able to move on my way happily now after those that third kill from Gornier came in, making me look foolish. The last little piece of equipment I have are the faster sprint boots, giving me a little extra speed out there. And of course, with that adrenaline, you're just rocking through the map, you know. Anyway, I fall back a little bit, you know, a little help from my teammate here, putting down somebody, Sam Neo, who was obviously looking to creep in, perhaps get my back, you know, and I'm playing really cautiously. I don't know. I had been away from the game when I got this for a few days, or maybe a week or so, and I'm always a little rusty and a little, you know, a little wet behind the ears when you first settle back into the game, and this was kind of my initial game session when that had taken place. So a little bit cautiously, you can see a Tasman Master rushing up here with me. We go cutting, burning right through their spawn, you know. So if anybody was spawning in between, you know, our passage through there, they're gonna spawn in a new location within the building here, and that's just the way it goes. When you push into a spy spawn, it goes to their alternate spawn location, or one of their alternates, which is usually just inside that doorway up above in a little ventilation shaft in there. Anyway, that VX gas really looks piss-colored when you have the adrenaline suit on, eh? Anyway, I swing around here, and you can see, yes, their spawn has shifted. Often their spawn will move to this location when that A-hack is initiated as well. And really, a couple of botches by me. First, dropping a mine, whereas when I wanted to throw a grenade, and then finally throwing the grenade and blowing up the mine, nearly blowing my ass up at the same time. Finally get a grenade down the vent, but that spy was long gone. And there he is, pushing forward right now. Now, he does settle in on the objective here. You can see it, but he can't get the initialization. Why couldn't he get the initialization? Because his teammate was already initializing on C. And just luckily, I managed to put Sam Neo down. It would have been a little bit easier of a takedown had he actually been able to initiate that hack on the A terminal, because he would have been stuck there, you know, with his you know what in his hand, right? Anyway, right here, just kind of catch this guy. I don't know what he's doing, and I decide, you know, I'm going to put up a perimeter on this room. I'm going to put up a tight perimeter on this room, or a wide perimeter, I guess is what this would be, while my teammates go to work just trying to hunt down the hacker. If I can keep everybody else out of there, they should have no problem tracking down that hacker. And it worked out nicely. I pulled in 3 kills posted up here. Or was it two kills perhaps, and one about, you know, I think there's still a guy hiding behind this crate if I'm not mistaken. Yes, he is. Finally, here he comes, and it is Gornier, you know, and he gets the flashbang on me. Good goddamn thing I managed to put him down, fill his chest full of lead, before he could get that charge on me, because I was blad. And he he was looking to do some slicing and dicing, and a new spy moving into the area, a little sloppy with his RFD vision. Did put a box around him. He did turn it off, however, you know, which was a good thing. And I get Sam Neo, who's the other kind of big dog on the other team, you know. Gournier and Sam Neo seem to be the two big players. They are both, I think they were both carrying elite ranks, and it was a pretty evenly matched experience because myself and Tasman Master, who you saw roaming the grounds with me a little bit earlier as we made that charge out to the A terminal, and there he is one more time. He's kind of the other big player on my team, and so well, I thought it was a pretty evenly matched game. Of course, we do dominate. You know, we do dominate when it gets to the spy side of things. It was just one of those, you know, just the way it goes sometimes. We managed to, well, we worked hard. You'll see it. You'll see it play out. We worked hard when we finally did get the hack going to keep it alive. And anyway, going back to that third kill on Gournier, way back when I had put the kettle on way back then. I was just waiting for the water to boil, and now we're putting on, we're making some tea here. The tea bags are coming out, and goddamn, we're gonna ride out the rest of this round. Gournier responsible for all 3 of my deaths, and I'm getting a little retribution here. It's always a sign of respect. It's always a sign of respect. If you're getting teabagged by me, it's usually because you've been putting me down, working me over. So when you're getting teabagged, it's definitely a sign of respect, right? Anyway, there it is, 13-3. I did recover from a kind of a shaky start, you know. I think I opened with the 4-3 with 3 kills on me by Gournier there, who's doing quite well down on the bottom side. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get it all together. They couldn't put all the pieces into place and just couldn't get the hack, and you know, couldn't get a hack all the way to 100%. And whenever we open as the Mercs and when we shut the Spies down as severely as that, usually if the video is making it up to the channel, it means that we're gonna have a good run here on the Spy side, and it usually means that it's gonna be a short run, you know, because all we need is 1 terminal for the win here. And this really has become, this ghillie suit build really has become my favorite, my go-to spy outfit. Now, I was heading deep for B, as I like to do. I like to do on the Virus Vault. I like to get deep into B if I can. Everybody kind of pushes out of that objective often. That's the way it goes down, to guard both A and C, to guard the perimeters. I like to go, you know, straight for the heart if I can and get on that objective. Often it's abandoned, you know. Anyway, I get one guy pushing back with a death from above, pushing back on the C terminal. One guy managed to get by me, however. Now I'm moving in, stalking my second. Amazingly, I didn't get him there as he ran right underneath me. He manages to put down my teammate, that Nicro Din fellow, and I catch him napping, you know. Put him down, do a little slicing and dicing while he was down on the ground. Now I finally get to charge deep into the heart of this facility and go straight for this B objective. I'm just waiting for things to cool down, and we'll initiate this hack, and we will ride it out. You can already tell by the amount of time left in the video that we only have about time left for the 1 hack. So we're gonna ride this out. You're gonna see some pretty styling moving, you know, some smart movements by me here. You know, it's not great that I'm completely, you're really only seeing it through my my sonar goggles, but you know, I was really working this beautifully, you know, cutting off lines of sight when I needed to, and there was a lot of pressure on me here, you know. I left the area because I knew up there, if I had stayed up there, they would have had me with them both on both balconies. Somebody's bound to spot me, you know, with my suit completely depleted at this point, and that was beautiful. I was so proud of that. The guy completely unaware, completely oblivious. It was great that my teammate came charging in, really did keep me alive. His charge that cost him his life, his suicide run, so to speak, did keep me alive there a little bit longer. Now you can tell this here is Gournier, and I get a little revenge on him on the spy side of things. Beautiful. You can tell that because I was camoed when I came walking around came walking around that corner. He is wielding his, running with motion tracking vision, because he noticed me as soon as I stood up and went into a sprint, but lost me when I was crouched. So I played that really well against him. Right here, you know, I think it probably saved Tasman Master's life with those few rounds that I put into the teammate as well, or not into the teammate, into the enemy, saving my teammate's life there. You know, he may have been able to mow the Merc down, but I really think, well, I certainly got an assist on that kill, you know. Anyway, you can see they're trying to get back up those stairs, trying to charge in here. My team is thick on that side, however. I get a little EMP grenade down there just to keep them at bay. You know, and I trigger the suit wisely with that 5% left in the hack. And amazingly, I would imagine that was Gournier had tracked me down and filled me full of lead. But it was too late, Gournier. It was too late. We managed to finish it off, and there it is. I think 100%. Yeah, it's right there. 100% to 73%. A pretty solid little round. Short round, you know, a short spy experience. But those are the best ones, you know. It means you did your job, you did it quick, and you were in and out. And of course, that is my favorite. That's really becoming my... You're going to see... I don't know how much more content I'm going to get up here on the channel of the SvM, but when I do, you're probably going to see me rolling that spy loadout in particular. I really do like that build. It's solid. Ghillie suit, 5.7, PP2000, sonar goggles, RFD disruption, takedown gloves, silent boots, and the ID blocker pants. And I highly recommend that outfit. You know, it's a solid build. It gives me a lot of success, you know. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. I should run down a few numbers here. As I did mention earlier, myself there, 16-3, 2 defends, 1 hack. Tasman Master, I did say he was kind of the other big dog on my team, 17-5, good performance by him, 1 defend. The other 2 guys, Sand Lister, 11-9, both in the plus side of things. Night Spawn with a 10-7. Gournier, big guy in the other team, you know, drifted into the negative, you know, into the red, 10-12, managed to keep him in check, but it wasn't the case. And Sam Neo as well, 7-14. Both of those guys, solid players. It certainly wasn't the case. It certainly didn't play out like that the entire session that they were in there with us. They were owning, you know, when they were, you know, they were certainly a force to be reckoned with. Things just went our way that round, you know. Anyway, guys, again, thanks for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the video. I hope you liked it. I hope you'll leave a like, a comment, sub to the channel if you're new around here and you haven't already. And until next time, remember why it hurts. Later.